Good evening, gentlemen, and respected GTO sir. My lecturate topic is South China Sea. So, South China Sea, if I talk geographically, is situated in the Southeast Asia. Basically, it is surrounded by the Southeast Asian nations. And talking more specifically, it is situated west of the Pacific Ocean, and it also lies within the peripheral countries such as the People's Republic of China, the Republic of China, which is present day Taiwan, the Philippines, the Brunei, Malaysia, Singapore, Cambodia, and Vietnam. These are certain countries which lies on the periphery of the South China Sea. Talking about the area which comes under its jurisdiction, then it is about 3.5 trillion square kilometers. It is one of the busiest tradeways and we can say waterway routes in the world, which is present right now. Talking in terms of trade, so the UNCTAD, strategically, the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development says that the South China Sea accounts for about 1/3 of the global trade and all those shipments which occurs there, which hauls near about trillions of shipping, worldwide shipping. Talking more specifically, it is also abundant in terms of resources, like it has around 5 trillion barrels of oil that is found in the South China Sea region. And also it is abundant in terms of fisheries, lucrative fisheries, which provides food security to the Southeast Asian nations, which lies on the periphery of this particular region. It also contains several islands, shoals, reefs, atolls, etc. To name a few, there are 3 important regions. Number 1, the Spratly Island. Number 2, the Scarborough Shoal. And number 3 is the Parasail Islands. These 3 are significantly very important region in the South China Sea. There has been several disputes in the past as well as in the present. Like when the South China Sea was coined, then in the year 1949, China came up with a term called the 11 dash line. Subsequently, 2 dashes were eliminated and it became 9 dash line, under which they have put jurisdiction under certain areas which they claim lies within their exclusive economic zone, which is around 200 nautical miles. However, there has been disputes within several countries, like Vietnam says that Parasail Islands, since it lies southwest to them, so they claim that it lies within their exclusive economic zone, and that is why Parasail Islands is their parcel and part. However, that must not be true, because if talking about geographically, then the exclusive economic zone of China also lies extend beyond the Parasail Islands. And subsequently, the Malaysia, Singapore, and the Philippines, the country of Philippines, also suggests that some of the islands which lies there are also part of their territory. And certainly it becomes a territorial harm on the territorial integrity of these particular countries. Now, talking about certain other aspects, then more recently Philippines has raised concerns in accordance with the laws of the UNCLOS, which stands for the United Nations Convention on the Laws of Seas, and has already gained momentum in terms of how China has been attacking and their territorial integrity by claiming the islands which lies close to the exclusive economic zone of Philippines as their own. So certainly there has been several disputes regarding this particular issue, the South China Sea issue. The South China Sea, as I said earlier, is abundant with natural resources, flora and fauna, and lucrative fisheries, providing food security to these nations. So subsequently, it becomes important for all these countries to look after their region. And not to forget, it is one of the foremost and the busiest route in terms of trade, development, infrastructure, food security, and other aspects. So yeah, basically, South China Sea is a significant region. It influences the geographical advantage of so many countries, like it is in India's interest. If I'm talking about the South China Sea geographically, we can say that it also lies in the Eastern Pacific, beyond the Southeast Asian nations, and it is close to the Taiwan Strait, along the Strait of Taiwan, and the India can enter it through the Strait of Malacca, through the countries such as Malaysia and Vietnam. So subsequently, it becomes important strategically for India also to look after this region, because if at present the scenario is such that somebody who can control this region can control the worldwide shipping and tradeways, because as I said earlier, 1/3 of the worldwide trade and shipment passes through this region only. More recently, the United States of America has also been interested in this particular issue, because it has the relationship between the United States of America and the China has degraded over the past few years, and also it comes under their interest if they look after that region. And also we have seen that how Taiwan and China's relations have been strained in more recent times, and how Taiwanese company called the manufacturing company of the chips, integrated chips and semiconductor company, has been in the news for the past few months. We have seen that how China has been harming their territorial integrity. So ultimately it was inevitable that United States of America is going to enter into this region, and subsequently will deploy most of their maritime aircrafts, maritime vessels and other military installations as and when required. At last, gentlemen, I would like to say that in India's perspective, it is going to be a very crucial aspect for India's significance, because anyway South China Sea is a significant region in terms of trade, development and other aspects. So India should be keen on developing and a good interest and a good relationship with the Southeast Asian nations. And we have seen that how India extended $375 million deal of BrahMos missile to the Philippines in order to counter China's influence, assertiveness in that region. Gentlemen, I'm quite hopeful that India and the much capable diplomats will take suo motu cognizance of this issue, and will surely stand and up to the India's interests. Thank you.